Hi everybody, and welcome to this children's wellbeing session with me, Maya from Selenite Wellbeing. So today we're looking at breathing. We're looking at how we can use our breath to help us to feel more calm. And we're also going to be exploring the theme of rainbows. And we're going to be bringing in feelings as well. And we're going to be talking a little bit about our feelings. And we're going to then be finishing with a little guided meditation. So that's like a really special story just to help you feel nice and relaxed. So what you might want for this session is a blanket and a pillow so that you can get nice and cozy at the end. And we'll also be doing something a bit creative today as well. So we're going to be doing a little bit of drawing and colouring. So you will need some paper and ideally the colours of the rainbow. But if you don't have felt tips or colouring pencils in the colour of the rainbow, then that's fine. Just whatever colours you can use, you can find, but just try and find 7 different colours. So if you haven't got those things to hand, just pause the video and just go and get them. But you want to be somewhere nice and comfortable. And you might also want to have some music as well to play whilst you're doing your colouring, and also when you're lying down later for your little guided meditation. So that's something you might want to also do. So what I do is I'm a breathwork coach, a breath worker. So I help people to breathe properly. And that might seem like a really funny job, but actually most of us don't breathe properly. So most of us only breathe a tiny little bit, using a tiny little bit of our lungs. Okay, so when we start to use all of our lungs and we start to really use our breath properly, it can help us to feel much more healthier, much more happier, and much more calmer and safe as well. So when we are feeling worried, or we're feeling a little stressed or scared or anxious, then the best thing that we can do to help ourselves is to use our breath. So breathing, other than blinking, is the only thing that our bodies can do with us thinking about it, but also without us thinking about it. So you take thousands of breaths every single day. We all do. And we do it without even thinking about it, don't we? We don't have to think about breathing. Our body just does it for us. But what we can do is to then start to think about our breath, become aware of our breath, notice our breath, feel our breath, and then change our breath. And when we change our breath, we can then change how we feel inside as well. So we're going to do a little exercise first of all, just to become aware of our breath. So just to start to notice our breath. So if you've got a bean bag or a cuddly toy, or even your socks rolled up into a ball, just something little and light, you can lie down and you can place that onto your tummy. Okay, and if you've got 2, you can place one on your chest as well. And if you haven't got those things, that's fine, because you can just use your hands. Okay, so either lying down now or sitting up nice and straight, we are just going to close down our eyes. So just softly close your eyes. And I just want you to forget about everything else that's going on around you at the moment, and just now focus on your body and on you. Okay, so let all the other sounds and things that are going on around you, just let them fade away. You can almost imagine yourself now in a little bubble, okay, or a little cocoon. Okay, so you're nice and safe in this little cocoon, and you're not worried about anything else that's going on around you. So you're just thinking about your wonderful body and what you're doing right now. So with your eyes closed, just placing one hand over your chest where your heart is. You might want to press your hand in and just see if you can feel your heart beating. And just make contact with your heart. And then also place a hand over your tummy as well. And I want you to just notice now your breath. So just notice the movement of your breath, movement of that air as it comes in and out of your body. So you might just feel it. You might just feel the air coming in and out of your nostrils. And it might be really, really small little movements. So you have to concentrate really, really hard to notice it. And you might notice that as you breathe in, the air feels warm. And as you breathe out, the air feels cooler. And just notice what parts of your body move as you breathe. So you might find that your chest moves up and down a little bit. Your hand moves up and down a bit as you breathe. Or maybe you even feel some movement, some up and down movement in your tummy as well, or even in the bottom of your back, or the sides of your body where your ribs are. But right now, we're not trying to change our breath in any way. We're just letting our breath be as it is right now. And there's no wrong or right way to breathe right now, just however your body wants to breathe. And just notice how quickly or how slowly you're breathing. Okay. So we breathe differently for every single emotion that we feel, which is pretty special, isn't it? And that is different from person to person. So when we're really excited, our breath will change. And when we're scared, our breath will change. So whatever we're feeling, whatever emotions we're feeling, our breath is like a mirror. So our breath will reflect that. Okay, so the more we get to know our breath and understand our breath, the more we get to understand our feelings and how we're feeling inside. Okay, so what we're going to try and do now is we're going to start to try and deepen our breath and slow our breath down. Because if we're feeling worried or scared or anxious or a bit overwhelmed, we've always got our breath to use. So our breath is like our best friend, because it doesn't matter where we are or what we're doing, we've always got our breath to use. We've always got it there to use. So keeping one hand on your tummy and one hand on your chest, I want you to start to breathe now, just in and out through your nose, but just focus on your tummy. And I want you to imagine that you've got a balloon in your tummy. So as you breathe in through your nose, you're blowing up that balloon. So just feel that tummy move, feel that tummy fill up with air like a balloon. And then let that breath come up from that balloon all the way up into your chest. Okay, so full body breaths. And this shouldn't feel uncomfortable. This shouldn't feel painful. This should still feel nice and natural and nice and comfortable for you. Okay, so don't force the air in and out. So just breathing into that tummy and allowing that tummy to open up. I want you to imagine your body is a little bit like a flower. Okay, so as you breathe in into your tummy, into what we call our diaphragm, which is a big muscle here. Okay, we open our ribs, our ribs move up and out. Okay, and our chest expands. Okay, like that big balloon. And then as we breathe out, it comes all the way back down. So just visualizing, just imagining that balloon in your mind now, or imagining your body like a flower just opening up. And a big part of our lungs, most of our lungs are actually in the back of our body as well. So our back will feel like it's moving and opening as well. So the whole of your upper body is moving out in all directions. Okay, so we're giving our body more space inside for all of those feelings that we have day to day, giving them all space and room to be there. Okay, so let's just take a few deep breaths together now, just closing our eyes and just thinking about that balloon in our tummy. You might want to give your balloon a color, and just some nice deep breaths in through your nose. And listen to the sound of your breath, and it might even sound like you're blowing a balloon up. And then let's breathe out through our mouths now. Let's let out a nice big sigh as we feel everything gets smaller and all of that air is pushed out of the body. And if you've got your socks or your beanbag or whatever it is on your tummy and your chest, really feel how they move with your breath and they lift up and down. Okay, and let's try to really slow our breath right down now. So we're trying to deepen our breath. We're trying to make our breath go deeper into our body, but we're also trying to slow our breath right down. And this will send messages up to our brain to tell our brain that we're happy and that we're safe and that we're calm. Okay, so this is one of the best things that we can do when we're feeling a little bit worried. So let's just do one more together now. Just breathing in through the nose. And big sigh out through the mouth. Okay, so we're going to bring in the rainbow now into our breathing. So I want you to make a rainbow shape with your hand. Okay, so just a rainbow shape with your hand. Okay, and we are going to breathe in all the way over our rainbow, and then breathe out through our mouth as we trace back over the rainbow. Okay, and each time we do this, we're going to think of the colors of the rainbow. So as you close down your eyes, I want you to think of each color as we're breathing in and out. So we're going to start off now breathing in the color red. And whilst you're doing this, just really focus as well on the feeling of your finger on your hand, that skin on skin, and how that feels. It might feel a little bit tickly. It might feel nice. It might feel soft. Just notice how that feels as well whilst you're stroking your finger up your hand. So you can make a really big rainbow shape with your arm if you want to, and go all the way down. But you would need a really big breath if you were going to do that. Or you can just make a little rainbow shape with your hand. Or you can just hold your hand out like this, and you can just trace over your hand like this. So whatever feels right for you to do. So we're going to breathe in and out now the color orange. And let's breathe in and out the color yellow. So just really closing your eyes and thinking really hard about the color yellow. Think of all the things that you can think of that are yellow in color. And let's try green now. And really listen to the sound of your breath as well. I think this, when you breathe in and out like this, it sounds a little bit like the ocean. It sounds a little bit like the sea when it comes in and out of the shore. So just really, really listening to your own breath now. So let's go for blue now. And indigo. And let's make violet really slow. Let's see if we can breathe really slowly now, really soft. Beautiful. And you've just taken 7 lovely deep breaths. And usually that will be enough to make you feel more calm. Sometimes just simply taking 2 or 3 deep breaths is enough. So if you can do the rainbow breath, then you will have done a really great job at calming yourself down, because you will have taken 7 beautiful, big, deep breaths. Okay, so what I want us to do now is just to move our body a little bit. So just give your body a little shake. Just shake off your body. And I want you to make a rainbow shape with your body now. Okay, so you might want to use your whole body. You might want to just use your arms, but just making a lovely rainbow shape wherever you are now. Or if you're with somebody, perhaps you could make a rainbow shape together with your bodies. I wish I could see all these amazing shapes that you're making right now. If you want to pause the video to make your rainbow shape, you can do, but just have fun with it. Just use your body. Just try and be really imaginative and creative with your bodies now. Great. So we are going to think a little bit now about our emotions. Okay, and we're going to be linking our emotions, our feelings, to the colours of the rainbow. So if you've got your colouring pencils and your paper to hand, that would be brilliant. If you haven't, then you might want to just pause this to go and find some. But we're going to think about, first of all, the color red. And I want you to just think about what emotion or what feeling you think of when you think of the color red. So for me, I think of angry when I think of red, but this is going to be different for every single person because we are all different, aren't we? Just like all of the colors of the rainbow, we are all different, and that's okay. So how we might feel might be different to how somebody else feels, and that's absolutely fine. And the other really important thing to remember is that there are no good or bad feelings. Okay, all of our feelings are important because all of our feelings are little messages from our body to tell us something, to tell us that we need something. Okay, so we must never ever keep our feelings inside us. We should always try and find ways to let those feelings out. And it might be singing or dancing. It might be doing some exercise. It might be having a cuddle or a hug with somebody that you love, but just finding ways that you like to get all of those feelings out, and just make sure you're sharing those feelings with people, because that's also really, really important. So all of our feelings are very welcome. Okay, so thinking about that color red and the emotion that we would like to give to the color red, I would like you now just to draw a rainbow arc of red on your paper. And with this, we're going to use the color red, but I don't want you to just color it in. I want you to think of a pattern that you would also give this emotion. Okay, so for me, if I was going to do red as angry, I'd probably do a really jagged shape, a rough, spiky sort of shape for my feeling of red. And the next one we're going to do is obviously orange. So just thinking about the emotion that you think of when you think of the color orange, what feeling you would give orange, and what patterns or shapes you would give for orange. So for me, orange to me means happiness. Yeah. So I would probably do a really nice sort of swirly shape, a bit like a smiley face, but just remembering that this is your rainbow. So this is very special to you. So it may be different to other people. So if you're doing this with someone else, then it might be nice to compare your rainbows at the end just to see how different they are. And the next color is yellow. So what emotion or feeling does yellow make you think of? So just drawing your rainbow now, and you can pause this video between each of your colors. You can take all the time that you need to finish this rainbow. And the next color is green. Okay, so what color does green make you think of? So I think of nature when I think of green. I think of trees and grass, and that always makes me feel very peaceful. So for me, green is a peaceful color. And let's think about blue now. So let's think about the emotion that we think of, or the feeling that we think of when we think of blue. And next is indigo, this lovely sort of dark blue color. So what would we think of when we think of indigo? And if you haven't got these colors, you can choose any colors you want to, because this is your special rainbow. So if you don't want to use the 7 colors of the rainbow that I have behind me, then you can choose whatever colors you want. So if you want your rainbow to have pink in it, or black in it, whatever colors you want, because this is your special rainbow. And the last color is violet. So what emotion or feeling do you think of when you think of the color violet? Purple. So it'd be really lovely if you share your rainbows with whoever you're with at the moment, and just look at how lovely and beautiful and different they are, and just celebrate how different they are. Just like all of us, we are all different, and we all have different feelings, and what makes us all really special. So What I would like us to do now, and I'd like you to do now, is to pause this and to just think of a sound and an action for each of your emotions and colors. So just work your way through your rainbow and start off with red. And I want you to count to 3. And then I want you to all make your shape or action and sound for the color red and the emotion red. So if mine was angry, I might go, ah! But I want you to not hold back. I want you to be really loud, really big, and have lots of fun. And maybe at the moment, there's emotions that you're feeling at the moment. Maybe you are feeling a bit angry or a bit sad or a bit frustrated about something. And let yourself go now and let those feelings out as you make those sounds and those shapes and those actions with your body. So just pause this now and have a go. Great. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to have a little talk about emotions, really. I just want you to have a little chat with whoever you're with about feelings. And I want you to think about how you feel those feelings in your body. So if you're feeling really happy or really excited, what feelings do you get in your body? Okay, I get little butterflies in my tummy when I'm really excited. And that's how I know I'm excited. But what happens in your body when you feel excited? So you might feel your heart goes faster. Maybe your breathing changes and you breathe more quickly. Maybe you feel things in your tummy, or maybe you feel things in your head. Just thinking about all the little feelings that we get inside our bodies when we feel these different emotions. So think about, once we've thought about happy, let's think about how we feel inside when we feel sad. Okay, so I feel sadness here, where my heart is. So when I feel sad, it feels like my heart is heavy. And sometimes I even get a feeling in my tummy, like a real sinking feeling in my tummy. And sometimes I might cry too. So just think about all of those little feelings you get inside your body when you feel sad. And the next one I want you to think about is how you feel inside when you feel angry. Okay, so I feel quite hot when I get angry. So just think about feelings and sensations in your body when you feel angry. And again, these will probably be different from person to person, and that's perfectly okay. Okay, and the last one I wanted to think about is how we feel when we feel loved. Okay, when we feel like people really love us and understand us, how does that make us feel? And where do you feel that in your body? So all of those emotions are really special and all of them are really, really important. And it's really, really important that we let ourselves feel all of those feelings and emotions and that we find ways to let those things out. And again, one of the best things we can do is to breathe. Okay. So if we feel angry, we feel sad, just take some of those nice, gentle, calming breaths. Think of that rainbow and draw your rainbow in your mind and do your breathing with your rainbow. So I'm just going to do one last breathing exercise with you, and then we're going to go down into a comfortable position, lying down with our blankets, and we're going to listen to the special little story. So what we're going to do now is we're going to trace a rainbow with our arms and our body, and we're going to bring our breathing in. So again, we're going to do 7 breaths, and we're going to think of the colors of the rainbow. So we're going to breathe in and make a rainbow shape as we think of the color red, and then tracing back over our rainbow as we let out a nice big sigh. And if you are feeling any emotions at the moment, like you are feeling a little bit worried or scared, I want you to really let go as you breathe out now. Just let all of that worry go as you exhale. So now we're going to trace over and we're going to think of the color orange. Let your body become really fluid now, really soft, and really move your whole body as you breathe. So let's breathe yellow. Just let your head become nice and floppy as well. And that's breathe in green. Thinking about that tummy again and really breathing into that tummy, blowing that tummy up. That's breathe in blue. And 2 more as we breathe in indigo. If you want to use both of your arms, you can as well. Let's breathe one last time together as we breathe in violet. Lovely. And just close your eyes now and just notice how you feel. So just notice if you feel a little bit more calmer now, a bit more still. Just notice how your body feels inside, noticing any little sensations or feelings in the body, any tingling, any feelings in your tummy, feelings in your chest. And just make sure your shoulders are down and away from your ears as well. Just relax them down, give them a little wiggle. That's it. And also our jaw. So just give your jaws a little wiggle. And just make sure they're nice and soft and loose, because when we're worried and anxious, sometimes we can clench our teeth together. So just make sure your jaw is nice and soft and relaxed as well. And your tummy as well. Just make sure that's nice and soft. Give yourself a little Buddha belly. Okay, so just getting into a nice comfortable position now. We're just going to read you a nice relaxing little story just to finish off. And if you'd like to put on some nice quiet or relaxing music, you can do. But just get nice and comfortable. So closing your eyes now and just become as still as possible. And just feel the floor or the mat or the bed underneath your body. And just becoming aware again of your breath as you breathe in and out. Every time you breathe out, let your body become nice and soft. And just let your body melt into the floor. So just let the floor or the bed just take your weight now. Just becoming nice and light. Just breathing in and out. Just feeling your breath like a wave just coming in and out of your body, nice and soft. And I want you to imagine now that you are standing somewhere that's really special to you. So just thinking of your favorite place now in your mind. And this could be somewhere that you've been to lots of times, or it could be somewhere that you've only been to once, but you'd love to go back to. Or maybe this special place is somewhere now that you create in your mind, in your imagination. But just notice how you feel in that place. And just looking around you in that place, noticing all of the things that you can see around you, all the colors and the shapes. What are you wearing in your special place? Maybe you've got your favorite outfit on. Noticing how your hair is, how you're wearing your hair, and noticing what's on your feet. So maybe you've got shoes on, or maybe you're walking barefoot, but just feel the ground under your feet as you walk slowly through your favorite place. And whilst you're there as well, noticing all of the sounds that you can hear. Maybe you can hear birds singing, or you can hear the wind in the trees. Maybe you can hear people talking and laughing. Maybe your special place is near the sea and you can hear the water. But I want you to imagine now that in front of you is a beautiful rainbow. So really see that special rainbow in front of you now. Really brightly shining and lighting up the whole of the sky. And now looking at the color orange, just notice how you feel as you look at that orange, at that red color. And the orange and the yellow and the color green, the color blue, indigo and violet. Noticing how different all of these colors are, but how special and vibrant they are. And thinking about all of our friends and family and how they are all different but special. Each color is important on its own, but also looks beautiful when it is next to all of the other colors in the rainbow. Just breathing in and out now. And as you breathe in the color red again and say, I am strong. And breathing in the color orange, I am healthy. And breathing in the color yellow, I am happy. I am happy and healthy with who I am. And just think as well about being nice and confident as you breathe in the color yellow as well. Thinking about how special you are. And then breathing in the color green and saying, I am loved. And breathing in the color blue, I am calm. And just think about all of the things and the people that make you feel calm. Breathing in the color indigo, I am creative. Think about all of the things that you do that are creative, all the things that you make. And then breathing in the color violet, I am kind. So thinking about all of the things that you do that are kind for others, also the things that people do for you that are kind. So just thinking now in your special place, looking at that beautiful rainbow, about all of those colors and all of those people in your lives that bring all of those special things to you, and how they're all wonderful and different and special in their own way. And also how wonderful and special and different you are too. So when you're ready, just wiggle your fingers and your toes. Just open your eyes, just looking around you, notice what you can see, noticing what you can hear. And then slowly sitting up, and we'll just take a nice deep breath together to finish the session. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm sure you've all done a wonderful job. I would love to see all of your rainbows and how beautiful they all are. And hopefully now you're feeling nice and calm wherever you are, and nice and relaxed. Bye everybody. Take care.